Hi guys, Lady Random here and welcome back to another episode of Better Minecraft. So this is just a quick episode with me. I say quick episode, it'll probably end up being potentially two. Just do a little bit of a catch up where we are. So we've obviously been fairly busy and we've done a few things offline, just where some of the guys haven't been able to be about for recording. So we've gone off and we've done a few bits, so I thought I'd catch you up on some of those bits. Some of it you may have seen in some of the videos that we've done. Other bits might be completely new. So figured we'll take you around my base, a little bit at spawn, and a couple of other bits and pieces that we've been up to. So first of all, I've moved out of here. And I've now turned this into an area for the vinery stuff. So we have the grapevine pot. So with these, pretty simple. We'll just do some red very quickly. I think it takes 9 into the grapevine pot. So this is where we make grape juice. So you whack them in there like so. And then you kind of just get in and you jump on it. And it turns it into grape juice. And then you can then we'll grab a bottle out of somewhere. Do we have any empty bottles anywhere? Maybe not. Maybe not. But you grab an empty bottle, so we can just make a couple very quickly. So the wine bottles are simply just 2 glass bottles. That gives you 4 wine bottles. And this will give you 3 grape juice, and as you can see I've already filled that up, so we're just going to whack those into there for now. You can then mix your grape juice, white or red, with I think it's like sweet berries or other bits and pieces like that, and turn it into different wine. So we've just got the couple of things that Panda made for us here. So we've got the apple press. Again, this is pretty simple to make. Simply just a barrel, iron trapdoor, and that's the iron trapdoor that is just for iron ingots. A couple of sticks, and that makes the apple press. And what this does is you whack your apples into here, and it crushes them down into apple mash. And then that apple mash, sort of feeding through, it's a bit annoying actually. I'm trying to find a better way of doing this. If you put the hopper in, it just sucks everything out of here, including the apples that you're putting in this slot here. It doesn't discriminate between your output and your input, so try to work out a better way of doing that. Once you've got your apple mash, you stick it into the aging barrel, put some of the glass bottles in there, and that produces apple juice, and then you can turn that into different types of cider. So again, same issue with this, it's just pulling everything out. The bottle storage, really simple. We just go to bottles. So you've got a large and a small. This one holds 9. Oak trapdoor, so that's a normal oak trapdoor, slabs and just planks. So all very cheap. And then the, what are these called? Grapevine pots that you jump on your grapes, so you are treading grapes with this. So grapevine pot, again really simple, just spruce planks. That gives you one of those. So you do have, that's the aging barrel, and again that's just a barrel, 2 sticks. The bag of grapes, so that's where you can put a 9x9 thing in there, and yeah, so you can grow grapevines with these grapevine stems. So I'm kind of thinking we might try doing some of this properly at some point. So at the moment we've just got the bushes planted in the farm, but yeah, that is the start of my winery. I've put some campfires now underneath, so I've made some nice pathways. So I've been busy kind of trying to clean this area up a little bit. So I have put campfires now underneath here, which does mean that I can start harvesting the honey without making the bees really angry, which was a thing, and it happened, and yeah, it didn't end well. We have got another one over here. but it doesn't seem to be that the bees are doing a great deal in that at the moment. Set up a nether portal for me from here. I need to fence this off a little bit better. That's my nether portal. Doesn't take me that far away from where the current nether portal is. Oh, there we go. We've got a funny loaded chunk going on here, haven't we? Oh. Yeah, hopefully that'll load itself in. But yeah, that's a little bit weird. Ooh, got something interesting down there, or it's just a weird reflection. Hopefully we'll get that loaded back in as soon as. But yeah, I need to plant that tree. So one of the other things we've got is, oh, and I meant to show it over here. So cherry saplings. So these, you can make a cherry wine. These trees are found out in the wild. Again, you would just chop these down. It will drop cherries. They are pretty rare for a drop from these. But just chop them down with an axe. You'll get saplings, just replant. May expand this. And then this is the apple orchard. So these are orchard saplings. Again, basically just really big apple trees. Very same theme as the cherry and the walnut, interestingly as well. Again, chop them down, get your oak wood, but you'll get orchard saplings, and these will give you a much better yield on apples. The walnut trees, so we've got one over here. Again, same thing here. That will give you a decent yield on walnuts. It just seems to be the cherry which is a little bit rare. We did find some jungle wood, and we did find a jungle, and we did get some cocoa beans, which is all good. And then obviously we have the farm with the basic crops here, which, to be perfectly honest with you, could do with expanding. We've been, and we went on a little journey. We made a nature's compass as one of the quests. So we've now got sweet berries, and sweet berries again are something that form part of the winery mod. I think that helps us turn red wine into, or red grape juice into red wine. I did have to put a fence, or put the wall up a little bit higher, because some of our villagers were escaping. I couldn't understand why, and then I realised that could be the reason, and some of our golems as well. But that's fine, they wander off, they keep stuff out the way from the outside, which is all good. So the house. So the house is it's kind of finished. Kind of. The outside, I'm really tempted actually still. So I demolished the double mushroom nastiness that was here previously, and I've rebuilt the mushroom using bone blocks, and I found a desert with one of the huge sort of skeleton things in it, and use that to do the walls. And I'm quite happy that some of it is facing the wrong way, because it makes it have a little bit of texture, but I thought that was a little bit more solid than the mushroom stem. And I reused all of the cyan terracotta that was the cap, but I am still kind of tempted. So over in the oh, whoopsie, walked on something I didn't like there. Over here you can see we've got the mushrooms with the spotty green caps. Get out of here. I am tempted to harvest some of those and actually coat the outside of it, or say coat, do a layer around the outside. Does mean I have now got a silk touch pick. I can do this. We did a little bit of mining, found some diamonds, got a silk touch book from our librarian villager, which is very cool. So I'm thinking I might come along here and take down some of these mushrooms and maybe kind of clad, that's the word I was looking for, clad the outside of the mushroom with those blocks, because I'm not really sure I like it, and I think the cap could probably do with being a little bit bigger, just in relation. So I wanted like quite a bulbous base, obviously. Oh, an interesting fact. We can get this to work. Yeah, fully grown mature weeds. That gives you I think my mouse is starting to die a little bit. That gives you wheat. So the house, we'll go inside and we'll have a look. So largely, apart from decoration, the inside is pretty much done. So we'll take you around that. So door wise, we've used rubeus, which is the wood that we found in the Nether. That's the one that's kind of got the really weird stripy, kind of almost like a zebra trunk or crossy black and white trunk with the pink wood. So I thought that was pretty ghastly, so we put that in. A couple of banners that we found whilst being in the Nether, so we've put those up. The windows, so this is glass from Vinery, and I kind of thought it was quite nice with the stained glass. So if we have a look at the Vinery window, again, not particularly difficult to make. So it is literally just black stained glass panes, red stained glass panes and yellow stained glass panes, and you get 4 of those. So it's a little bit of a low yield. It's meant a lot of sand digging and dye making, but I quite like the effect, and I kind of decided that I would put some windows in here and do some sort of glass effect, so it looks just like it's the blank panes there on the outside. Inside it's a little bit more patterned, but try and get some more natural light in here. I do want to get some lanterns put up. The wind chimes, so that was a quest that we had to make, so I've made the wind chimes. Really simple again, so it's literally just string, sticks, iron ingots. You can do them with gold, or I think that's copper as well, and then like a wooden button. So really simple. The rainbow eucalyptus, something that DR found eventually, a horrible rainbow eucalyptus biome, hence the disgusting floor, and this is completely intentional to be as horrible as possible before anybody says, oh my god, what have you done? Yeah, this was intentional. We still need to bring a little bit of ugly, or rather in the case of this house, fully ugly into everything that we do, and I think that is going to be my building style, is going to be ugly. So I've made a stairway, so again similar to last season, we're using these steps, so we've got platforms and steps, and if you put those at separate levels you get a nice kind of wide little spirally stairway up. So up here, and I am just going to reset spawn because I did set it somewhere else. This is just the kind of the upstairs room. Haven't really decided what to do up here other than we've put a bed in. We just decorated it with sandstone and smooth quartz slabs. And then we go down into the main area. So up here we'll probably put a bit of furniture, make it look a little bit homely. We've still got our emerald magnum torch. I can't remember if I made this on camera or not. They're not cheap. We need to make a diamond one as part of a quest, but it is literally logs, a fire charge, gold ingots and emeralds, and the fire charges are gunpowder, blaze powder and charcoal, and we were lucky enough in the Nether to get some blaze powder, which is all good. Or I can't think whether we got a fire charge actually as a reward. And then down here we've got the main base. We've just set up the stove, I'll say the stove, the furnace, the blast furnace and the smoker here. Kitchen wise, again, you're probably going to have seen me make these. I'm not going to take you through making these cupboards, but these are the Adorn kitchen cupboards. These are the Farmer's Delight cabinets, the Farmer's Delight stove and the Farmer's Delight pot, and also the Farmer's Delight cutting board that you need for some things. And then you've got the Adorn kitchen sink, which is basically, it is a bucket, but it seems to be an infinite water source from what I can work out. Just to make it a little bit less glary, loud down here, I've just used smooth quartz slabs just to clad out the ceiling, and I've used smooth quartz as part of the round here. So I could put some little slabs in here as well and even it out, but we'll see. We'll still play around. Then we've got our smithing table, our crafting bench and our anvil over here for now. Again, one of the quests we had to do was the trading post. It's probably not going to be its permanent home. I've just stuck it in there for now. Floor wise, again, disgusting as possible. We've used polished soapstone slab that we picked up whilst mining, and then black stone that we picked up in the nether. And then we've used, because we had so much copper and there's not really a lot of use for copper, otherwise I might make some copper lanterns, which are quite cool. If we can spell them anyway. Where is the copper lanterns? I'm sure we've got them somewhere in here. Also, I like these jade stone lanterns. These are quite cool. I thought they were copper lanterns. Maybe I am. Yeah, there we go. So copper lanterns, torches, copper nuggets, and they give kind of like an interesting green glow. But yeah, we have got some other types of lighting that we could use, and we could put some little flower boxes. We could put some of those around. Or you've got this copper lantern, which is the blaze powder version, which is a little bit more expensive. So yeah, there are some options, and we've got some little planters which look kind of cool. Might have a look into those. But yes, I've placed down cut copper slabs, which, as you can see, that's what they look like when they went down, and over time they're starting to weather to the point where we're over here now. We've got weathered, like fully weathered cut copper slabs, and they will eventually go to the full green. So yeah, it's a bit glary, gory, whatever you want to call it. We set up a station for potions over here. So we've got some potions that we've won or found. We've got the empty bottles here, and then we've got ingredients here. So we've got the nether wart. So we still need to get some blaze powder. I think I've got just the one blaze rod at the moment. We've got our jukebox and a couple of discs there. Might put these upstairs once we've done a little bit of decorating. But just put some little shelves round. Our main storage area is here. We may end up linking this area in as well. For now, we'll come back to this in a moment. Enchanting table. We've got our enchanting table here. Just got a little clock on the wall. That's quite dark in here, so I'm actually going to put those in. It shouldn't affect the table. So we've got our enchanting table, and we've got some lapis, and we've got a pick ready to go, because I want a fortune pick. So I've used some of my hard-earned diamonds to make a pick, waiting, fingers crossed, we can do a fortune pick. Book-wise, these are all the books that won't fit. We've got a season calendar here that again was a quest, and you can hover over that and it tells you what your seasons are, and when, you know, how many days you've got left until the start of the next season. We've just got our Dawn and bits and pieces books. We've got our quest book here. This is kind of cool. This is the XP book, so this will store your XP. And again, this was another quest. Very simple to make. I think it was just go with book. Let me try and find it on here. Where's our XP book? There we go. XP book 1. So that's what we built. So that stores up to 30 levels, which is kind of handy. Really cheap. Well, I say really cheap to make. Diamonds are a nightmare. Mining for diamonds has proved quite challenging. Most of the diamonds I've got have been found in chests and quests and stuff like that. But it's literally 3 lapis a book and a diamond. You can upgrade this to that. We have got a netherite ingot that we got in a chest. And then you've got the XP book 3, which is Nether Star. Little way off for that. But yeah, we've got more books that we could make. But you can make bookshelves that you can put things into. So I've got all of my unused books here. These are my enchanted books, and these are stackable if you get the right types. We've got a Respiration 3, a Smite 5, Looting 2, we've got a couple of Channeling, Protection 1, Frostwalker 1, Piercing 1, Sharpness 1, Protection 4, Knockback 2, which is kind of cool, and Efficiency 1. So not that many, but these bookshelves, we can try to find, I think they're called bookcase. So you can make them in different types. I've just made the oak ones, and it's just a normal Minecraft bookshelf surrounded by oak planks, and that gives you a bookcase that you can put some books into. It seems to be just the enchanted books and the like the plain books, so I've had to put my other ones on a shelf.